Hey everybody, I am here in London, just finished my run, and I thought to myself, you know what, let me just stop procrastinating and get on with sharing my honest thoughts on my first impressions of Bali. Now, if I was on Bali on my own, I think I would have planned differently, but because I was on travel writing assignments, I don't know if you know my background, but that's what I do. I'm a travel journalist. I couldn't really exactly have a say on where I was to be for my itinerary. So I started off in the beach areas of Bali, which was Canggu and Seminyak. I've been told countless times to not go to Kuta, and I listened, so I didn't go to Kuta. But honestly, I don't think it mattered. I think maybe in 2018, the sort of touristy reputation of Kuta has now spread to the other beach towns of Canggu and Seminyak because the whole thing just felt colonized. I'm just gonna be very blunt with you. It felt like I was in an Australian outpost, or just as Americans go to Cancun or Florida for spring break. I felt like this was like the year-round spring break destination for Australians, and of course that feels very weird when you want to go to Bali and kind of just taste the authentic Balinese culture, and yet here I am feeling like I'm in Melbourne or Perth or something, or even like LA, Malibu. It's weird. It's very, very weird. And honestly, it wasn't even the beach towns that was the sole reason my bad first impression. It was also just being at the airport. Coming out of the airport, there's only one international airport, and I can't pronounce the name, but it was when you go there and you're exiting, it's just a long, endless strip of huge billboards of hotels and bars, trying to reel in the tourists. So, it just felt a little bit like Vegas or Times Square going down, the street out of the airport, just like stay here, eat here, drink here, come see here. So it was already kind of setting the tone for how over touristy the place has become. And so no, the beach towns, I would not advise starting your trip there. I think it's good for, I wouldn't say I hated everything about the beach areas because I love the beach clubs, and that, it was very convenient because it's quite jam-packed with things to do and dining and drinking and all that. But it's just not the real Bali that you might be looking for. So it was only until me and my friend Portia, hey Portia, that practically lives there now, we decided to take a day trip and hire a very affordable driver to go to East Bali, and I was able to excel then, going to the Laponyang Temple and seeing the incredible Mount Agung, which is the highest peak in Bali, being framed right in smack dab in the middle of this temple, having and taking beautiful pictures there in the morning before the tourist crowd came. And it's about 2.5, 3 hours away from the beach town areas, but I'd say it's absolutely worth going to get the real Bali and to kind of see the real life, the real villages, the real people. It was absolutely beautiful, just a tropical paradise that I think everyone envisions Bali to be. And seeing the many beautiful temples. We got to see the water temple in Eastern Bali as well, and I think something called the King's Palace. Beaches where no one was there, which of course is a far cry from what you'll see in Canggu, Seminyak, Kuta areas or Jimbaran Bay and whatnot. So I highly recommend, if you want to see the real Bali, go far away from the airport, away from the western beaches, and go to East Bali. But also Ubud. Ubud was also like, this is what I was looking for. This is the Bali I wanted to see. Yes, the city center is a bit touristy, but I think even so, you have a lot, it's much closer to the real Bali, whereas Canggu Seminyak, you're going to have to go at least 45 minutes out to have some sort of respite and see the true local culture without having to bump into so many other tourists. I mean, honestly, being in that side of town, I kept saying in my head, like, tourists, go away, go away, go away. It's just too many of us. I want to, enjoy without having to see all of the people that want to enjoy with me as well. But and that's the other thing. Like, Bali is a huge island. Like, you would think that it has congested as the western side is, the small section of the western side, that it's a small island, but there's actually so much room to go around. But yeah, so Ubud and going to Eastern Bali later on my trip definitely redeemed my Bali stay. Also, I really like Uluwatu. It's quite a big area. It's a bit isolated on the extreme south, but the sunsets are beautiful. And if you want to do the Shishi beach clubs, you can do that. But if you want, the quiet areas, you can do that too. Uluwatu Temple, as touristy as it seems, is still worth seeing, especially during sunset. Now, if you want to go and party all night long, that's where Canggu Seminyak Kuta is. Go for it. Like, no shame, no judgment. I even love being there on the weekends and, enjoying the nightlife. Totally go for it. But I think if you want to kind of start your Bali off on a more authentic level, I would say stay in Ubud. Let Ubud be like your base. And then when you're ready to kind of be thrust into the busy, traffic heavy, heavily touristed areas, then the western beach areas for you. So I just wanted to share that, and hopefully you won't have to make the same mistakes and have the wrong impression as I have. But I want to hear from you. Have you been to Bali? What have been your impressions? What do you think about Ubud, or what do you think about those beaches areas? Would you say that you enjoyed it, or that you just wanted to leave the island immediately because of it? I want to hear from you. Talk to you soon, guys. Bye.